and people are riding their bikes in the hurricane. What is going on? Finally started making my centers cards. Good morning, guys. Happy Monday. It is 6:24, so I'm going to head out. I attempted to curl my hair with a straightener today. It didn't work out. It's partially straight, partially curly. I have some things that I have to do this morning, a lot of copies I have to make from this weekend. If you missed my weekend vlog, I will link it in the cards up here. Go check that out. I showed you how I prepped for today, actually, not the week, just today. So let me go make my copies and get to school and settle in, and I will see you later. When you try to plan over the summer and don't print any questions for NBT. Awesome. Just kidding. They were in my Monday box from the first week of school. We're all good. Good afternoon, guys. Today was another awesome day. So much that we have to do. It's just, oh my goodness. For the BOG, I don't know, for those of you not in North Carolina, we have beginning of grade testing to collect data on our students to compare to their end of grade testing, state testing. Since it starts in 3rd grade. I don't know if it's like that in other states, but we have our BOG this week. So we had to do a practice activity today. So it usually happens like the end of the day during our intervention time, social studies time, and writing time. We're having to cut that out and bump our lessons because there's these things that we have to get done while we can, and they're cutting the grass. Awesome. But so I didn't teach social studies or writing today, and we had to do that, and then I had to put my kids on iReady, and then I'm almost done with my fluency testing. I have 2 more students, one because she's been away on vacation, and just another one that I'll get done tomorrow, and then I can start my TRC, which is more like Miss Q analysis type reading and answering questions, comprehension, book level finding, testing. Oh goodness. But I am on track. So if I pull 3 students a day, I would be able to pull 30 students up until the date, and I only have to pull 23. So I have plenty of time to get all of them done. I'll probably try to do 2 tomorrow just to ease into it and get a feel for it, because it is my first time doing it. We spent a lot of time on math this morning because I wanted to go back over subtraction, and I did pull small groups, which went really well. We just worked on whiteboards, and then I sent kids away as they were understanding, which was good. Let me show you what I did over here. So I finally got my work folders in my bin. This is just a file bin from Office Depot. I think it was $10. And I just put the hanging file folders in there. And the tabs here have the kids' numbers on them. And then the folders on the other side, I'll show you an old one. It has the student's number, a place for their name, and I have all their names written on it. Last year I did my name because they switched classes. And then this page is stapled on the inside. So this is where all the kids' graded work or any work that I collect, so basically all their work goes. The parents date it, they sign it, they have a spot for any comments, and then they just return the folder. And I like this system a lot better than mailboxes because it's just already in the folder. So it's not like you have to take it out and put it in a folder. It's just very simple. So these folders are laminated and they sit like that. And then I have a file in front that has all the work that needs to be filed, and obviously haven't filed anything yet, but this is one of my students' jobs. So I did that. I have this up here. I think I'm going to do a small group just on the carpet with some kids to write down the steps tomorrow after I see how they did on their work. And I stapled up my 5-finger rule just over there. I know it's random, but I'm going to put library procedures up there, which is an anchor chart I'm going to work on right now. My kids still not have mentioned anything about this quote here. I'm really surprised, but we'll talk about it in morning meeting sometime this week. We started comparing the differences and similarities of fiction and nonfiction. And on top of my old anchor charts, I just hung our newest ones, our poetry and context clues, which I need to change out my vocabulary here. That's something that I haven't been doing, but I also haven't been referencing it a lot. I put another dry erase sleeve here hanging on a sticky clip just to slide in and out posters that I print. I don't have to worry about stapling them and taking them down. I got this idea from, obviously, Michelle, Pocketful Primary. It just makes sense. All right, so I just made this little anchor chart and I love it. This is what is going to go above the 5-finger rule. I got this idea, I don't know, someone posted it on Instagram, so I made it fit on my mini anchor chart paper. And over here I'm going to add sticky notes about just library expectations, and we're going to review this tomorrow during morning meeting. This looks like an Amy Grows Back like kind of deal going on here. I really like how that turned out. I made it twice because the first time it didn't fit properly, but that is going to look awesome right there. And I just wanted to mention, because I did get this idea from Instagram, but you get ideas for anchor charts from everywhere. You get ideas for your classroom or your anchor charts or products you use, or just different things from Pinterest and Instagram and Facebook and the internet and Google. And I don't usually address people who make like negative comments or just say things that I know I can ignore, but people are like freaking out because I made my own pencil or because I made my own Michelle's. Like, I use her labels, I purchased her labels, and then I made a couple of my own to match. Guys, relax. I don't know if you're an adult or you're a child, but when there's things like PowerPoint and you can draw, that's why people share things on the internet. Teachers do this thing called collaborate. We share ideas. You get ideas from things around you and you make them your own. And like I was saying, when you have a program and it's as simple as putting shapes and letters together, that's not stealing someone's work. That's being inspired, and that's what you want to promote in your classroom, is being inspired by the things around you. Like in art class, they study artists so they can learn the different techniques. It's fine. It's not a crime to get an idea from somewhere, and if you have a program that makes it and you know how to, it is not a crime to use that idea and make it your own. PSA, public service announcement. Speaking of, these are our PSA folders, which kids put their notebooks inside of here. That way they start with problem and they keep the problem right here with their notebook so they can do what they have to do. These questions are guiding them, and then they can slide it up and pull out solve, and these are the questions that guide them to solve, and then answer, and it tells them how to check their work. And I really like this because it just helps kids think through their problems instead of like cubes where it's like circle the numbers, box the keywords, yada, yada, yada. I don't care if you underline, circle, highlight, put a triangle around things, like whatever shape works for you, but you need to think through that problem. And this is from Magic of Math by Hope King and Amy Lemons. So every kid has one of these. I had kids who finished their morning work one day just glue the page on all of these pocket folders, and then we passed them out and each kid cut their own, and it was ready to go. I just need to clean up and organize this desk and that desk, and then I'm going to head out. I did find my task cards. For some reason I thought I didn't make them, but I did. So my kids did that today and they did amazing. Oh my gosh. I said we're all going to work silently. I think in the future I want to try to have them work with partners on Math the Room, which is the task cards around the room. I was pulling small groups and I just needed the room silent. So half of the class did the task cards and half of them did their independent work at their seat, and then 10 minutes went by and we switched. My class is so wonderful. I'm going to look over their task cards tonight and maybe implement a different center tomorrow, but maybe not, because we do have a math test on Wednesday and I just really need to prepare them for it. Let me get cleaning. I will see you guys tomorrow unless something happens and I want to chat. Good morning. I'm gonna put lipstick on. It's been a while. Happy Tuesday. Good morning. I'm coming to you from home because I wanted to show you my outfit. Let me know what you think of this. And it probably looks a little bit different in person. So I'm wearing this short sleeve, just tight blue shirt tucked in to these loose pants. They're totally like beachy summer pants. They're like a canvasy material. And since I'm so tall, you can see my ankles. And then I'm wearing these shoes. Old Navy, Old Navy. This shirt is old from Kohl's. And this is from Old Navy. I kind of feel like a painter. Maybe it's the button down, but I just felt without it, I don't know, I had to bring it all together. So that is what I'm wearing. Let me know what you think. I need to get a full length mirror. I don't have one, but so I can't really tell how I feel about my outfits. This is as close as I'm gonna get. And I'm gonna head to school. I made it to my classroom and I wanted to come on here and say I'm extremely sorry that I haven't been up to date on thanking people for everything you've been sending me. You guys are so incredibly generous and I can't believe that this is actually possible and this is actually a thing, and it just means the world to me that you want to send something to my classroom. So kind of all of you. And so I just wanted to mention a few people while it's fresh in my mind at the moment, because Elizabeth sent me the bright folders. Now these are just colorful file folders and it's a huge pack. Unfortunately, Amazon didn't have a smaller pack, but I'm going to use those. I really only need 5 for over here because these folders have like labels on them. I was just seeing what it looked like, but that's going to be for my absent work file folder. I got this off Amazon from someone as well, so my classroom is like a piece of all of us, guys. So that's what those files are for. And then obviously I could use them to store a bunch of other things. And I believe Elizabeth's name looks really familiar, and I feel like she sent me something else too. So Elizabeth, thank you. I got Mixed, a colorful story. This is again from Esther, but I feel like someone else just wrote on my video and said they sent me this book and the dice I'll have to check that. But Esther is the first person who ever sent me anything. She sent me the stickers. So Esther, oh my goodness. Thank you. I'm so excited to share this story with my students. I had someone send me The Wild Robot and The Wild Robot Escapes, Norwegian Folk Tales. Gosh, guys. 2 people sent me the LED lights to put around my boards. I just haven't got to it yet. One of them was, oh, what's his YouTube channel? The Pacific Northwest teacher, I believe it is. I'll leave his link down below. He has mentioned me in a few of his videos because he recreated my twist and shout board. So I have to set those up. But look at all these new books. I bought this one after the fall. This is the most amazing Humpty Dumpty story ever. This is the first children's book that actually made me cry. This is such a beautiful story after the fall. So I'm gonna put these up and see what I can do around the classroom this morning. Also, last night was parent night and a parent brought me Dogman Lord of the Fleas and it's autographed. Oh my goodness. This is amazing. So awesome. So this just happened. I was leaning to pick something up and fell over, but we're all good. So this is what this ended up looking like. I'm gonna write Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday on the folders, I believe. I think I might do it here nice and big. I haven't decided yet, but in these folders are really just gonna be like extra copies of handouts, not necessarily their classwork, because students who are absent, I've been putting it on their desk and collecting it there. So these are just like extra Scholastic stuff, extra box top forms, extra study guides, because I happen to have one just in case. But that is what this is going to look like, and it's hanging on this Target dollar spot from last year, little ruler thing. So cute. So I've been thinking a lot about my center board, and I believe I'm going to start centers, at least in math, tomorrow, because my kids, I've introduced one a day and they've been doing really, really well. I think I might pull small groups this year for centers, but instead of doing it in pocket charts, I'm just going to stick Velcro on the wall where I have the kids' centers for the day, and I'm just going to move them around in this big space over here. And this is for conference signups for book bingo, which has not started yet. I guess I can add this to the file on TPT for my book bingo, which is down here. This is what I ended up doing with this little container from my weekend video. If you didn't see that, click in the cards right now. But it's a stackable container that came in a teacher's subscription box. And I have sticky notes in the top and a pen and paper clips in the bottom for my parent volunteer who runs our copies. Here's my desk. Here's the classroom. Today was a good day, but I'm tired and I just want to head to the store to get waters and stuff to prepare for the hurricane. I will update you guys at home. So I didn't vlog really after school because I had to get to the grocery store. The counties around us, we're cooking dinner. The counties around us are like either having early release tomorrow or closing, and I don't know what's going on with my county yet, of course, but you know, we'll just wait and see. Bachelor in Paradise finale right there, but we are cooking dinner. Tonight we are doing Home Chef, which comes in these plastic bags, which some people will probably not like, but pork egg roll in a bowl is what we're making, and this one only takes 20 to 30 minutes, but
I don't know how loud this is.
It's okay. It's exactly the same as HelloFresh, as like the little step, and it gives you like little tips over here. And we use the bag for trash. What I have noticed about Home Chef is they give you more like pre-packaged ingredients, but I mean, whatever. And their vegetables are usually like cut up, ready to go. Whereas HelloFresh or Blue Apron would give you like a cabbage to cut.
Yeah, the whole vegetable.
So James Ann's making the pork. He's usually the meat guy and I'm usually the slicer, the chopper. So we're really excited for that. If I have a code, I'll leave it down below for some money off. I'll check. And my HelloFresh one's always down there too. I love just meal services. It makes your life so much easier. Morning guys. So I know I said I would vlog at home yesterday and I didn't, but I came home, made dinner, and went to bed. Thought we were going to get an early release today, but we're not. We have a full day. So that means our BOG state testing is on. I am just wearing this collared button up from Old Navy and these dress pants. They're like a burgundy color that are super soft and feel like leggings from Old Navy as well. With my sandals from Old Navy that I wear every day. Ignore my toes. And my hair is in a bun because I'm giving a state test and whew, I was not ready for this to be happening because if we had an early release, they would have canceled the test. But that's okay. We're gonna do this. We're gonna make it happen. It's gonna be a great day. Hey guys, so it's after school on Thursday. Vlogging has been weird, but I'm gonna catch you up at home because we do not have school tomorrow. They have canceled it due to the hurricane. So many of you have been messaging me on Instagram and commenting on my YouTube videos and are just reaching out and sending thoughts and prayers. You are so kind. Like, oh my goodness. I never knew that you guys would even think of me. The teacher trove, the subscription box that I just received, personally emailed me like, oh my goodness. We were just told to put our chairs up and turn off our smart boards, which obviously we do anyway. I'm just gonna unplug a few things and my desk is a mess. I'm just gonna leave it because I have so many plans that I have to move around and figure out. I am thankful that we did have school today because the counties around us had early release, but we had our BOG, so if we didn't have school or we had an early release, we wouldn't have been able to get that done. So now that's over with. My kids did great. I'm so proud of them because that is just the first like rigorous thing they have to do, and it's just like ugh. But they got through it and I'm just packing up my stuff and I'm going to enjoy my 3-day weekend trapped in my house. And I will probably vlog more either later or tomorrow. So I'll see you guys then. Hey guys, so excuse my appearance. Maybe I should have put on a nicer shirt. But this is hurricane relaxation to the max. There table and chairs behind me from my balcony because we were told to take everything in off of our balconies and patios. So spare room, that's where it's gonna be. So I didn't vlog a lot this week and I want to back up a little bit and reflect on what happened. And today's Friday, by the way. I am home from school. Thank you all. So many of you have just been commenting on my old videos or on my Instagram, direct messaging me, saying you're thinking of me and praying for me because of Hurricane Florence. And I am in North Carolina, for those of you who don't know. I am far enough off the coast that at one point the hurricane was coming directly towards us and then it started going south, but now it looks like it's going north again. So I mean, we're going to get some part of it, but I am off of the coast. So it won't be until tonight that that happens. It's pretty cloudy outside right now and gloomy and windy, but that's all we're seeing right now. So all the schools, like all of the surrounding counties in this area, from the coast all the way through North Carolina, like closed schools. A lot of schools had early dismissals, early releases yesterday. So that's the story about that. But I'm stocked up on water, stocked up on peanut butter and jelly and salads. I was like, what do you eat if the power goes out? And I'm like, well, things will stay cold in the fridge for a little bit and we can pull out a salad and make it. We don't have to heat that, so that would be good. We have Lunchables, just because we got a lot of snacks and we're like, my hair towel is hanging right there. That's weird. So much like junk food, but it's like, what else do you do if you don't have power, you can't cook? So that's what we were preparing for. Tuesday was parent night. We had third grade parent night as a team in our library at our school, and all the parents came in and we told them about the Read to Achieve law, which is a North Carolina thing, I believe. So basically, Read to Achieve is all the ways you can get through third grade without passing a test, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's my understanding of it. So basically, our parent night for third grade is explaining all of that, because if parents, this is their first time having a child in third grade, they're new to this. So we cover all of the logistics of it. It's not really fun and it kind of stresses parents out, but it's the law, so we share it with them. So that's what happened Tuesday night. And people are riding their bikes in the hurricane. What is going on? Like, the wind is picking up now and there's people going on a bike ride. Okay. Oh, so after the BOG, remember how last week that was last week. Is this our third week of school? I think it is. Oh my goodness. It's just flying by. But last week, our fire alarm was malfunctioning and we were outside for like an hour in the morning waiting for someone to come fix it because it would not stop going off. Well, after the BOG, thankfully, but it was close to the end of the day, our fire alarm went off again. So we were all outside and then the fire trucks came. So clearly it was not a drill. We were outside for quite some time. This was also close to dismissal. So parents were walking up to teachers and they're like, what's going on? Grandparents were getting out of the cars. They're like, oh, I'm a grandparent. I don't usually come. What is this? Like, is everything okay? And we're like, we don't know. We don't have any information yet. But it turns out the alarm was malfunctioning again. So the fire department was trying to help our school fix that. So basically, yesterday, Thursday, I didn't really teach. I kind of started rounding, but the kids had been testing all morning. And then once they do their tests, all of the third grade teachers have to bring their bubble sheets to the conference room and we all have to just get everything together and set in place. So our proctors who are in there with us testing, they take our kids to lunch and recess. And by the time I was done with all the testing stuff, I got back to my room. My kids got back to my room. I hadn't eaten lunch yet. So I told my kids to get on iReady while I ate lunch, and they're so kind. They're like, guys, let Miss Pavensky eat lunch in peace. But I just felt bad because they were sitting silently for so long all day. So we went to the carpet, read a little bit of James and the Giant Peach, which has a lot of foul language. Like, there have been 2 words in there that I've had to skip over, and I'm like, why does this say this? But the kids are enjoying that. After that, the whole fire alarm happened in the middle of our read aloud. Then we came back to class. I finished up that chapter and I'm like, okay, we need to start math. So we started rounding and I used Blair Turner's Rounding Roadway PowerPoint. I will link it down below. If you have not seen this PowerPoint, oh my gosh, it makes the rounding so real world, and I'm so glad I used it right away. It's like a little story about a family, and it's like, what rest stop should they stop at? They're at exit 33 and the rest stops are at 30 and 40. Which one is closest? So it makes it so real world. So I loved that, and my kids caught on to that right away. So we did a little bit of work with that on our whiteboards, and then we had to stack our chairs, and then I told them we didn't have school today, and then they all started going crazy, and we had dismissal. And then Thursdays after school is when my 3rd grade team gets together and we all share plans for the next week. So we did that, and we also usually have our PLC Friday mornings because that's when our kids have enrichment. So we had to cover a bunch of topics because we knew we weren't going to be at school today. So that meeting ran long, and then by then I had to plug in all my Chromebooks after school. Oh my goodness, I have to go to 3 different classrooms because I don't have the cart in my room anymore, which I'm really thankful for, but getting them out Monday morning and putting them away Friday has been a trip. So once I did that, my kids had stacked my chairs. I had to unplug a few things. I took home my school laptop and charger just to have devices to use in case the power did go out, and I came home. So we are here today. And 17 minutes later, if you're still with me, give this video a thumbs up. Today I sat down and I finally started making my centers cards. I started with the circles, and that's how I was going to do my centers rotations, but it did not fit what I was trying to do. So what I'm going to do is, for now, I have 6 colors here just in case, but I think I'm going to try to start with 4 groups. So each group is going to have a different color, and I'm going to, on my board under my Lego border or banner, I'm going to put 4 colored squares down. Those are going to be the groups. And they're going to get to 4 center rotations a day. They're each going to be 15 minutes each. And I decided that I'm going to use these picture cards. So I printed these out I printed 4 of them for each group. We are going to start with their independent work because obviously they've been doing that. Technology because they've been working on iReady. Math the Room, which is my task cards. And then we're also going to do Miss Pavensky. And then as I have time to introduce math facts and game, then I will be switching out Math the Room and technology with these 2. So last year, Miss Pavensky, teacher talk, teacher table, small group, I did not have that as a station for math because I found I kept having to plan extra, and it would be different for each group if I was doing it skill-based. Or I also had a difficult class last year who I had to monitor and walk around the room. So I did not put myself as a center last year because I wanted to be available to monitor the stations that were happening, and I only then pulled kids out of their groups to come work with me if I saw them struggling. I have a pretty great class this year, if you haven't been able to notice. When I introduced task cards to them, they were so excited about it. One day I said, okay, we're going to do 2 different things. Half the class is going to do task cards, which I call Math the Room, and the other half is going to do their independent work at their seat, and then we're going to switch. Now I was pulling kids at this time, I think for M class or something, or I pulled 2 small groups that day for math. So I was like, I want you to do this completely silently. And it was beautiful. No one asked me questions. They just went and did it. And it was great. Now, was their work perfect? No. But I will explain on a different day what I plan to do with Math the Room as I rotate it out. These cards are going to be stacked up vertically on the wall, and these cards are going to go horizontally and make the row. And I'm going to put 4 in a row of the things that they're going to do in that order for that day for each group. So pink is going to get a row of these cards. Green is going to get a row of these cards. Orange is going to get a row, and one other color is going to get a row because they're going to do them in a different order, obviously. And then at the top, I'm just going to make a little thing to go above 1, 2, 3, 4, station 1, station 2, station 3, station 4, or rotation 1, rotation 2, rotation 3, rotation 4. I decided to put myself as a station this year because I decided that's where I really want to dig into word problems with my students. Being in 3rd grade now, they've been exposed to word problems, but I don't think they've been exposed enough. And also, it was just adding and subtracting in the past. Now it's going to be adding, subtracting, multiplication, division, and 2-step. So instead of wasting mini lesson time going over a word problem with the whole class, I thought it would be a lot more, it would just work so much better if I did the word problems in small group, because then I can see the kids completing them. Then we can talk about it together. I can fix their mistakes right there. So I thought that would be what would work in small group math. Also, then I can do the same thing with each group. I haven't decided if I'm going to group them by level or not yet, because technology is going to be independently and that's going to be iReady. So that's at each individual student's level. Independent is going to be independently. And I believe I'm going to let them work with a partner for Math the Room if it works. Math the Room right now is the only center that they would be working with someone else. And I mean, I don't have any really low babies. Like, they can all read at a decent level. Most of them are either really good at reading or really good at math or really good at both. Like, I feel like I can mix groups enough to be close to level based, even though I know that's not the best thing to do. I think it would just be helpful when I pull that small group. And these are things that you can always change throughout the year. So I think that's how I'm going to start. Everyone always asks me, especially from different countries, what centers or stations are. It's math workshop. It's what we do instead of having the kids do one worksheet or workbook at their desk for their 30 minutes of work time. I like to have my kids up around the room, moving, doing math in different ways, practicing different skills, because through my mini lesson, through my guided practice, we're working on that new skill. And then, yes, they can continue practicing it, but they don't need to practice that for 30 minutes or an hour, because why give them an hour of just seat work to do? Kids need to be up and moving. So centers and stations, which are the same thing, you can use those words as synonyms. They are just ways to get your kids up and moving. So my kids will do a worksheet for 15 minutes. If they don't finish, it's fine, unless we're doing some type of grade that day. But that's going to show me their understanding for that day of the new topic. Then Math the Room, which is my task cards up around the room, I like to pull in an old skill to spiral through. So they will be working on addition and subtraction word problems and just addition and subtraction algorithms next week around the room. Technology is going to be their level of iReady instruction, which just talks to them and does their lessons for them. And then with me, they're going to work on word problems. And again, we're going to be focusing on that skill that we learned that day. So they will get that skill 3 times in my mini lesson with guided practice, at their seat independently, and then again with me in their small group. And then they'll be spiraling through with other skills, and the technology piece, iReady, will have them working on skills to bring them to that 3rd grade level. Or it will extend for my high kids already. So that's the differentiation piece. So that's basically what stations are. It's 15-minute blocks of different activities, so they're not sitting doing the same thing the whole time. But that's what I've created this weekend. That is what has been going on this week. Again, thank you all for your thoughts and prayers. It means so much to me. I think I'm going to end this video here because I just went on a 30-minute rant. Thank you all for sticking with me, and I promise in the future I will try to vlog so much more and show what I'm doing in the classroom every day. I know it was just tough this week. I will also vlog over this weekend and make another video like I did last week. So if you missed my weekend vlog, I will link it in the cards now. I think it'll be over here. I hope. I showed you how I prepped for Monday. I prepped for one day. I'm going to try to prep for the whole week this weekend, and that video will be up on Wednesday. So this is what I'm hoping to do with my channel. Weekly teacher vlog up on Saturday mornings, and weekend vlog, prep, making products, doing whatever, up on Wednesdays. Let me know what you think of that. I'm excited to see how this goes because my channel was growing over the summer and then it kind of stopped, and it's at like this stopping point right now. And I want to get it back up again. I want to keep interacting with you guys because once the school year started, I kind of took a step back from YouTube because obviously school is my top priority. But I definitely want to be on Instagram more, making stories there to interact with you guys. I love when you direct message me. I respond to everybody as long as it's a normal message. And
how's it going?
Good. I'm just ending it.
Ending it?
Ending it, yeah. You want to say bye?
No.
Okay.
Bye.
I forgot what I was saying, but make sure you are subscribed to my channel if you are not already. Hit that notification bell so you will receive a notification when I upload, and make sure to give it a thumbs up and click around on the screen to see my old videos or newest video, depending on where you're here. And I will see you guys on Wednesday. Bye.